Hello everyone. So in this video, we are going in different direction. We are starting with the Python and starting with writing code in Python. Means basically we will focus on how to write code in Python. So if you know other languages, then it will be very beneficial for you because all the language theory are almost similar, but the coding part and implementation part is different. So here I'm starting with the coding part of the Python. I will cover some basics also which are required, but the main thing is there that I'm not covering the whole theory of Python, that how many variables, data type, how to name variables. That should be clear because it's all about the implementation. Okay, so here the basics, starting with the basics now. So first of all, starting with the basics, you want to run your program. So if you want to run your program, what should you have? You should have that ideally in which you will run your program. So this is your PyCharm, and I have just installed it. What I did, I just installed the PyCharm from Google, and then I have downloaded the PyCharm and then installed, and I have also downloaded the Python 3.9, and then I had given the path here in the interpreter, that is written here Python 3.9, and it's this all set up. Okay, now here I can code the Python. So this is the starting running your program. So I will tell you how to run the code in this Python as we will start. So first of all, basics is that in various languages what you need to do, you need to initialize the variables, but in Python there is no need. You just have to write the variable name. Means it's just the part that you have to ignore the initialization part, and rest of the part is same in this Python. So see, suppose here we are initializing num1 is equals to 93 and then num2, and then we are performing these tasks. So in this, if I write num1 is equals to 1. Also in many languages here you have to add semicolon or something else, but here Python is simple as writing as in English. Okay, so num1, okay, num2 it's equals to 2, and then here suppose let's answer is equals to num plus num2. Okay, so this is the answer. So this is basically the code, and there is no error. If there will be error, it will show here. Okay, so now I have not initialized these variables, but this is right. So next part is to print these variables. In Python, what we write? We write print, and inside this the semicolons. If you will use these, it will print the exact string that is inside these. But if you will not use this, you will simply write the variable name, then it will print the print the value which is stored in this variable. So this is the basically the to run your program. Here you have to click and see, here is 3. So 1 plus 2 is 3. So it's as simple as writing in English, but the thing you need to careful about is that you have to do the correct indentation here, because if I will make it like this, it is giving me error, and if I will run this, it will give me error. Why? Because Python is basically on the indentation. There is no semicolon, no braces, only and only indentation. So be careful about the indentation. Even this will also give you error. See, right? So this was the first thing, that is you do not need to initialize the variables. And so here you can add the two numbers, subtract, multiply, and then here divide, and this is your mod. What is the mean of mod? See, when you will divide this number, you will get a decimal value also, and when you will do the mod means you will only get the integer value. Let's see, suppose what I do here, so this will give me 0.5, and if I add another, then it will give me 0, right? So this is for printing integer value, and this is for printing the decimal value. Okay, now there are various options for printing. So what are the various options for printing? This is simple. If you write a string in double quotes, it will print as it is. If you write a string in double quote and in between you add this, that is slash n. Basically in other languages also it is used to break the line, and here also it is used to break the line. We can take an example. So what you know, okay, for commenting, what you do, you select all the lines that you have to comment and just click press Ctrl and slash. Okay, this is commented. Now in next line I am writing print it's my first code. Okay, so this is a string that I am going to print. So see here, my first code. Now I want that I want that another line comes in another the statement which I am writing here should come in another line. So what I will do, I will just add this, and I'm learning Python. Okay, so once you will implement this, see, since there is a space between this, it is coming somewhere here. Okay, that's correct. My first code, I'm learning Python. Now you can also do this by just using the print again, right? Okay, see, so it's same if you use the slash n or you use the print 2 times, like okay, right? Now text value is equal. Okay, this is all about the printing. Now one thing more, if you want to print the string and then you have to print the value of the variable, then what are the options? So suppose I have done this, and now I want to print what? I want to print the string as well as this answer. Suppose right, now I have to print answer. If I will write answer here, it will show me error, give me error. Okay, and if I will write answer here also, it will give me error. So what are the different things that you can do here? Just write this comma, this will print your answer. Or what you can do, if you have to print different variables, so if you will comma num comma num2, then see, so it's the answer is this one. Another thing that this is basically in Python 3.9. before this you use the format option, which is also somewhat correct. So what you do, you add just means suppose you have to print answer here, like ans, sorry, you have to print the answer between this and then here this, or I should write the another statement. Okay, the ans answer is, now you have to print answer here. I just added this, okay, because I have to print the answer here. And the numbers are right. So this is basically that is used earlier, that where you have to print the variable, you just add this braces, and after this just write dot for format, and in format give the variable names that you have to print in the sequence. So first I have to print ans, then I have to print num, and then I have to print num2, right? So this is the format, and let's see what's the answer. So the answer is 0 and the numbers are 1 and 2. Okay, this is also correct, and this is basically you can say efficient, because there is another method also, that what you can do, you can just do that, you add you close these in quotes, and then here you write, let me select all this. Now here you write ans, and then okay, comma, and then here you write the string what and the numbers. right? And then again what you do, you add this column, comma, and then num, comma, num2. So this is a lengthy way, which I do not prefer. I prefer that format because that's very efficient. Okay, so this is what about the printing those variable names, right? And now the next is to take the values. If you want to take value from the user, what you use, what you do, you just write this input method. This print method is similar to input method. Print does what? It just prints the statement which is written inside it. Input does what? It takes the asks the user, it asks from the user to input the values, right? So let's do this. And then suppose I want to take the numbers from the users, right? These two numbers should be taken from the users. So what I will do, I will just write the function input, and then now input will take the input, but it depends on you what you want to take. Input take the inputs in a string format, means the input that the user will give will be taken inside the num in a string, and as these are not already initialized, this will become a string type. So suppose, let's see what, enter the number, right? And here I will print what? I will print the type, right? And you will see that it will show you string, but I had given the number then also. So it's asking me to enter the number, so I'm entering 3 string. Why string? Because input takes the input in the string format. So if you want that we want the number, then just add int here. Okay, why add this semicolon? C++ behavior. Okay, enter the number. So and enter the number, what you will do, you will add 3, and now you will see that it's of int type. So in other cases also, if you want another type, then what you have to do, you just have to write the data type here, right? So this is the taking the input. After taking the input, what you have to do, you have to use that. So I take it the num1, similarly I will take the num2 also, right? And what I will do, I will print the answer, right? So enter the number 1, so suppose 3, enter the number 2, suppose 4. Okay, printing is absent here. So again 3, 4. So here it's 0. Okay, I'm dividing numbers. I just have to add these numbers again. So I have to rerun this code, and then what you have to do, you have to enter 3, have to enter 4, and the answer is 7, right? So in this way you can enter the number and find the all these. Now these are the challenges problem. You just try by yourself. What is here? Ask for the user's first name and display the output message, that is hello first name. This is basically ask for the users to enter the name and display the output message. Okay. So this means that what you have to do, you just have to ask the user, enter your name, right? Now since a name is not an input, you can just remove this end, and what I will do, I will just make this comment, all comment, and you have to print what? You have to print hello H and the name of the user. Since name of the user is a num, you can just write num, right? So let's run. What's your name? So let's write here and then you will say hello Nikki. Okay, so it's about this, and then basically you have to print hello first name and surname. You can do here also, you can just this and right here the print surname, right? 1 minute. So in this, what you can add more, after name you can write num2. So when you will see, you will say here, enter your name, surname. So let's suppose, so hello Nikki Yadav. So in these small question will make you faster in Python. And once you will do this question, these are very easy, and once you will practice these, you will your hands will become very clear on the Python. Okay, so this is ask the user for the name and their age, and add 1 to their age, and will display the output name, next birthday you will be. So this is all, these are about the printing techniques, that how you have to print and different ways, and this will make you perfect in those printing techniques. Okay, now these are answers, these are also given. Please try these questions. After trying this, if you're not able to get the correct output, you can refer these answers. Okay, so let's move forward, and we have if statements. Basically in other languages, what you do, you write the statements and colon inside the columns you add all those, inside the bracket you write all the code. But here what is important is indentation. If you are writing a if statement, the all those statements, all those code which is inside that if should be indented properly, right? Suppose I'm basically it's a question about start if number is greater than 10. Okay, so it's about that if a number is 10 greater than 10 or not, right? I will just say that here for if and else statement, right? So I will ask for the user enter the number, right? Okay, and one important thing is what you can do, this makes the code more cleaner. Okay, now the user had given me input, then I will check if my num is greater than 10 or not. In Python, what you do, if you're using an if statement, you just add a colon here, right? And here now all the sentences which all the code which you have to write inside the if should be indented properly. Okay, so if num is greater than 10, what you have to do, you have to print number is greater than 10. Now as in C++, one line is by default the part of the if, so I will write another line to show you that indentation is important here, and all the code which is indented after this condition will be print if this condition is true, right? So the number is greater than 10 and the number is right. So this is basically the if condition, and here what you can write, else, and in else what you can write, I will print the same statement but something different, yes, smaller, right? So let's print. Okay, we have an error in line 5. Yes, what's the error here? Because it's an else statement, I should add this. Okay, so again running this, then enter the number. I'm entering 56 and it is giving the number is greater than 10 and the number is 56. See, these two lines are got printed, and suppose I add more lines after this, these all will also get printed. Let's see. So it's right. Now another thing that you have to remember is that if this prints line is not indented, means it is here, then it will show you error. Why? Because this is going a if else statement, so in this you can't add any other statement in between. So let's print this line after here. Means if you want to come out of this if loop, what you do, simply this is inside if loop, all the indented statements are inside this if loop, this is inside the else loop, and this is in the main program, right? So all is about the indentation. All those which are very near to this line are in the main program, and which are like this. These are indented inside this statements. These are inside the if and else statement. So this will be C. So else is got printed or F5. Okay, else is printed. The number is smaller than 10 and the number is 5, and then these statements are the part of the main, so these will also get printed by default, okay, as the function will come. So this is all about the print, taking input, if else statement. Now you have also a else if statement that is similar to if statement. You just have to write elif in place of, means in between you can write here. And always remember, since if and else are the part of the main program, so these will be written near this line. These will not come here, okay. So you can write what, elif here, and do not forget to add this, right? And what you can do, you can just write this, okay. So in elif what you have to do, you have to add the condition also, so that should be added. I have not added. Right, so suppose I 2, and this is what the number is 2, and this is the main part which has got printed here, right? So this is how we take input to print and how we can use the if else statement in the Python. Thank you.